In the early 1960s, the United States considered a shocking plan to spark war with Cuba. War. This covert operation, codenamed Operation Northwoods, aimed to deceive the American public into supporting military action. Operation Northwoods was a series of proposed false flag attacks designed to blame Cuba for acts of terrorism within the United States, creating an excuse for invasion. During the Cold War, tensions between the U.S. and Cuba were high. The Kennedy administration sought to neutralize the threat posed by Fidel Castro's communist government. Proposed actions included hijacking planes, sinking ships, and even orchestrating violent incidents to incite fear and anger against Cuba. Documents revealed in 1997 showed plans for staged terrorist attacks on U.S. soil, implicating Cuban involvement and justifying military retaliation. Had the plan been executed, it would have led to a full-scale conflict between the superpowers, potentially escalating into World War III. Fortunately, the plan was never implemented, but its existence raises profound questions about the lengths governments might go to achieve their goals. Understanding Operation Northwoods is crucial for grasping the complex dynamics of international relations and the risks of misinformation in times of tension. This controversial plan serves as a stark reminder of the potential dangers when powerful nations manipulate public opinion to justify military action. In the early 1960s, the U.S. considered staging terrorist attacks on American soil to blame Cuba. Such actions aimed to justify military intervention in the region. Operation Northwoods proposed faking airline hijackings and sinking ships to provoke public outrage against Cuba. These plans remain chilling examples of state deception. President Kennedy eventually rejected this false flag operation, but its documentation reveals Cold War paranoia and the lengths governments might go to justify war. False flag operations like Northwoods are designed to deceive populations into supporting conflicts. They exploit fear and nationalistic sentiments for political gain. The declassified documents of Operation Northwoods were released decades later, sparking debate on government transparency and the ethical boundaries of national security. Despite its rejection, Northwoods highlights how governments may manipulate public perception through staged events. This raises concerns about current geopolitical strategies. The concept of a false flag operation remains relevant today, as similar tactics have been accused in various global conflicts and political scenarios. Understanding the historical context of Operation Northwoods helps us critically evaluate contemporary events and question official narratives during times of crisis. Northwoods reflects the broader issue of statecraft and its ethical implications. It prompts us to scrutinize actions taken in the name of national security and democracy. The existence of such plans underscores the need for transparency and accountability in government. They remind us of the importance of informed citizenship and critical thinking. While Operation Northwoods was never executed, its very conception illustrates the potential risks inherent in secretive government operations and the manipulation of public opinion. The revelation of Northwoods has led many to question the extent of covert operations and their impact on international relations and domestic policies. Historians and scholars continue to analyze Operation Northwoods to understand its implications for modern geopolitics and the role of intelligence agencies in shaping public perceptions. This historical event serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the necessity of a vigilant and informed populace in maintaining democratic values. Operation Northwoods demonstrates the lengths to which nations might go to justify military action. It challenges us to consider the moral and legal boundaries of national security measures. The legacy of Northwoods extends beyond its specific proposal, influencing discussions on government transparency, civil liberties, and the balance between national security and individual freedoms. By examining Operation Northwoods, we gain insight into the complexities of Cold War politics and the enduring struggle for truth and justice in the face of state secrecy. Northwoods highlights the importance of questioning authority and seeking out alternative narratives. It encourages us to critically examine official accounts of historical events and their motivations. The potential use of false flag operations to start wars remains a topic of concern. Operation Northwoods serves as a warning about the manipulation of information and the need for media literacy. Understanding Operation Northwoods provides a lens through which we can better comprehend the intricate relationship between government actions and public opinion in times of conflict. The legacy of Operation Northwoods continues to shape debates on the ethics of statecraft and the responsibility of citizens to remain vigilant against government deception. Examining Northwoods helps us recognize patterns in government behavior and the methods used to influence public perception, vital skills for navigating the complexities of contemporary geopolitics. The detailed planning involved in Operation Northwoods shows the extent to which governments might go to justify military action, raising important questions about the nature of state power and public trust. Operation Northwoods stands as a stark reminder of the potential for state deception and the need for transparency in government actions, especially those involving national security and international relations. Operation Northwoods proposed staging fake attacks on American soil to blame Cuba, justifying a military invasion. This plan was part of broader Cold War strategies to combat perceived communist threats. Documents declassified in 1997 revealed Operation Northwoods' shocking details. The plan included faking airline hijackings and even assassinations to provoke public outrage against Cuba. Despite its elaborate nature, Operation Northwoods was never executed. President Kennedy, upon taking office, rejected the proposal, viewing it as unethical and potentially counterproductive. The revelation of Operation Northwoods raised significant questions about government transparency and accountability. It underscores the critical role of oversight in safeguarding democratic values. Operation Northwoods exposed a dark chapter in history, revealing plans for false flag operations to justify military intervention. This secret document highlights the lengths some governments may go to achieve their goals. While never carried out, Northwoods raises critical questions about government transparency and the potential for deceit in international relations. It serves as a cautionary tale of unchecked power. Understanding historical events like Operation Northwoods is essential for informed citizenship. It reminds us to question authority and seek truth amidst complex political landscapes. In a world where information can shape public opinion, it is crucial to critically examine official narratives and consider alternative perspectives. Knowledge empowers us to make informed decisions. As citizens, our role extends beyond passive consumption of news. We must engage actively in the democratic process, demanding transparency and accountability from those in power. By staying informed and vigilant, we can prevent the recurrence of schemes like Operation Northwoods. History teaches us that vigilance and critical thinking are key to maintaining a free society. Let this knowledge inspire action. Engage in discussions, support transparency initiatives, and continue learning about the complexities of governance and national security. Remember, history often repeats itself due to human nature and institutional inertia. By understanding past actions, we can guard against future abuses of power and uphold democratic values. We must remain ever watchful and engaged. Only through collective effort can we ensure that plans like Operation Northwoods remain just footnotes in history, rather than recurring themes. Today's challenge is to apply the lessons from Operation Northwoods to contemporary issues. Let's work towards a future where transparency and integrity guide our leaders. In conclusion, Operation Northwoods reminds us of the importance of questioning authority and seeking truth. Together we can build a more open and accountable society. Thank you for watching.